Imagine you're walking home one day from work and you notice a trolley car full of people moving too fast going into a sharp turn. You see the lever to change the tracks of the trolley to a straightaway, saving the people in the trolley. However, in order to do that, you have to kill one person. Would you pull the lever? Overall, the audience would be split, as the study Evolution of the Trolley Problem found that about 53% would choose to pull the lever. Now apply this situation not to a trolley, but a car. If you're driving a car at 45 miles an hour and a group of pedestrians start to walk across the street, in order to save this group of pedestrians, you would have to swerve into a building, most likely killing yourself. Would you do it? Now, if that decision were in the hands of not you, but an autonomous vehicle that picks the least catastrophic situation, how would you feel with having no control over your life in that moment? In the social dilemma of autonomous vehicles, when asked whether the passenger or the pedestrian should be saved in this situation, the study of 451 participants approved by 76% to save the pedestrians. However, when asked to buy this AV to make this decision, the approval rate drops to a median of 45% when the passengers would be alone. Why such a drop? The study came up with the conclusion that while autonomous vehicles would be helpful, they would also be, quote, counterproductive, end quote, because of the dilemma it would invoke. They want society to use the technology to make these decisions. However, they do not want to be controlled by the technology themselves. Not every consequence has to be a life and death scenario in the literal sense, rather in the economic point of view. The rise of technology has seen the fading of common jobs from the market, jobs that could easily be done by people. When we look at these predictions of what could come by 2025, only 7 years from now, the possibilities could look pretty grim. Justin Reich, fellow at Harvard University's Berkman Center for Internet and Society, sees how the world today is seeing this transition to more automation like autonomous vehicles, and how, quote, interchangeably by just about anyone, and these will not be pay a living wage, and there will be some new opportunity created for complex, non-routine work. But the gains at the top of the labor market will not be offset by losses in the middle and gains of terrible jobs at the bottom. With the rise of these technologies, this could control what jobs people can get because a new AI or a new machine can make the technology at a much higher pace for a small fraction of the price of a worker in the same field. End result would dictate people's choice because we did not stop and think of the larger consequences. If people are not comfortable being controlled by technology, why do we depend on it to make the right decision for us? This problem can also show in how technology is made today so tech users keep using it. Tristan Harris, a former Google ethics employee, describes how smartphones are designed to function like slot machines so that the user constantly uses the device or app. Having these flashing colors grab your attention and push notifications keeping you up to date with the latest information. However, these functions have their consequences that the addictive nature can lead to lower standards outside of that little screen. So much so that it affects academic standards and social standards. In the study Impact of Impulsiveness on Mobile Phone Addiction, they used adolescent boys and girls to measure the relationship between cell phone usage and impulsivity. They found that those with a higher impulsivity and lower attention had a higher amount of cell phone usage. End result, negatively affecting their academic performance. Technologies such as smartphones can get us using it at a young age in which people cannot stop using it and become reliant on it, thus allowing for technology to control how we interact in our daily lives and negatively impact those interactions. While these consequences do seem minute, they do show a fraction of what could happen if we begin to rely on the technology that runs our daily lives. If the technology that just keeps us entertained can affect us in such negative ways, what could happen if we become more reliant on things such as autonomous vehicles? What jobs could be lost to something a human can naturally do without a machine to do it for them? And when and if it fails, how do we get that control back? How do we function? If we want to avoid these situations, we should not be complacent of the technology that we use in our daily lives and have it run how we function as a society. However, when we go to make this technology or demand for its creation, we should stop and think about who really is the product here, the technology or the human using it. This is Henry Newsom. Thank you so much for watching.